my name is Daniel Wu and welcome to this week's Video Insight. Last Friday I attended a lunch with the CEO of an Australian e-commerce company and the topic of discussion was Amazon. Several interesting insights came out of the event which I thought would be worth discussing in this video. The first, and perhaps most significant insight, is that global brands may relax their strict distribution rights for Amazon in the Australian market. Historically, Australians have on average paid more for branded products than consumers in many other developed markets, simply because Australian retailers are charged higher wholesale prices. At present, small online retailers are required to source their inventory from Australian or regional distributors of global brands at a similar price to what brick-and-mortar retailers pay. This means limited scope to compete on price and allows large retailers to protect their margins. Amazon, on the other hand, has sufficient clout with brands on its platform to potentially negotiate global distribution rights or at least bypass local distributors. Now, an even worse outcome for local retailers would be brands electing to sell directly on Amazon's marketplace. Instead of letting retailers collect a 50% gross margin, brands could pay a 15% commission to Amazon and earn a much higher profit while letting Amazon handle the logistics from fulfillment to delivery. This point also reinforces the importance of having globally competitive sourcing and a range of private labels. Now, to put this into perspective, Australian investors are probably aware of the challenges facing department stores and apparel retailers from the entry of Zara, H&M and Uniqlo. These three global fast fashion retailers offer cheaper prices than Australian retailers, yet still generate higher gross margins on their private labels. Now, consider that in many other markets, these global retailers are the ones struggling against Amazon, and you get a sense of the competitive threat that Amazon poses to Australian retailers. The second takeaway from the meeting was an overall sense that Australian investors had very little or very limited understanding of how Amazon operates. The common belief that Amazon will enter the market and undercut Australian retailers into oblivion is overly simplistic. Amazon does not just compete on price. In the US, if you spend some time searching, you can find better prices elsewhere for many products listed on Amazon. What Amazon competes on is customer obsession, and price is only one aspect of delivering outstanding customer service. Given the higher cost of doing business in Australia compared to the US, Amazon is likely to compete first on selection and convenience while still offering a competitive price. Now consider that in the US, Amazon carries over 400 million products in its catalogue, including 50 million products that are Prime eligible. Various surveys find Prime members spend anywhere between 2 to 5 times more than non-Prime members, with that multiple increasing as time goes on. Australians already spend over $1 billion a year on Amazon's international websites, and that's with high shipping costs and weeks-long delivery times. If Amazon Prime launches in Australia with free 2-day shipping and even a fraction of the selection, it would not be inconceivable for Amazon's share of the Australian retail wallets to be multiples higher. Niche category killers might be able to exist with Amazon in this environment, but broadline retailers will struggle to remain relevant. And that's all for this week's Video Insight. As always, don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter.